Okay, so after that huge ordeal, Michael and I were finally able to actually begin the fertility treatments with our fertility specialist. So, over the course of the next 2 years, Michael and I underwent 3 IUI procedures. And IUI is intra-uterine insemination. So basically, IUI is the first step before you move into IVF. So we wanted to go that route first because obviously IVF is very expensive and we could afford the IUIs, and we wanted to try the less invasive. We did the 3 IUIs, and we also attempted a 4th IUI, but wasn't able to actually follow completely through with that treatment. Now the reason, you guys are probably thinking, wow, 2 years, that's a long time to just do 3 IUIs. But with me having PCOS and with me also only having 1 fallopian tube, 1 month it would be my lining wasn't right, or another month it would be my eggs were on the left side, which is the side that I don't have a fallopian tube, and not on the right side. Or it would be the eggs were growing on the right side, but they weren't big enough or mature enough, and the medication that I was taking to help the egg growth wasn't really working. Literally, you could go 6 months just trying to get everything lined up perfectly before they could even move forward with the actual insemination. So it took a long time just to do 3 IUIs. And through that process, it was very mentally, emotionally draining. You get your hopes up that, okay, this month it's going to be a different month. We're going to be able to do the insemination and it's going to work. And then something would happen and you wouldn't be able to do it. Or you do the insemination, you finally get to the point where you can take the trigger shot, which is the HCG shot, where it's a trigger shot that they give you to basically force you to release your eggs. That way they can kind of count down, okay, our eggs were released at this time, we're going to do the insemination at this time, to ensure that the egg has been released and that the sperm can have the best chance of reaching the egg to obviously be fertilized. So you get everything lined up perfectly. You're on medication. My husband is on different vitamins to help his sperm count and sperm shape and mobility. I'm on medications for egg growth and progesterone for egg implantation. So you're on all these different medications. You're doing all of these things. You're going to so many doctor's appointments, so many vaginal ultrasounds, and girls, let me tell you, if you've been through it, you know that stuff gets old after a while. And it was a long 2 years, and to go 3 IUIs and not one of them work, that was probably the hardest part, because you spend all this money and time and prayer, and you have all this hope and faith that it's, okay, well, it didn't work last time, but it's gonna work next time. You try to stay optimistic, which is what I did. But after 3 times and then basically a 4th time of it not working, you kind of get to a point where you're like, okay, well, maybe God, maybe this isn't what you want for me and Michael, So, y'all, it got really hard. And, it's obvious, no, I haven't had any miscarriages, so I don't know what that feels like, but I also have never been pregnant, so it's a different kind of pain, and it's a different kind of, hurt that you go through. And as a woman, I'm sure a lot of you can relate to this, you want to be able to provide that child, not only for yourself, but for your husband or for your spouse, and not to be able to do that, it takes a toll on you, So it was a rough 2 years. So after the 3 attempts of IUIs not working, actually it was 4, but we needed to take a break, not only for finance reasons, because we did spend a lot of money, because even though we weren't doing inseminations every month, we were still spending a lot of money on doctor's appointments, ultrasounds, medications, blood work, so even though we actually didn't spend the money on the actual inseminations, we were spending money on just going to the doctor's appointments, trying to get to the point to do the insemination. So y'all, the money adds up quick, and it just became to be too much. So we took a couple years off. we stopped treatments in February of 2015. And this year is 2017, and we have made a lot of lifestyle changes. Because honestly, after the 2 years off, we kind of focused on careers and focused on paying debt off and legacy debt that we had, we built a house and, so we had other things going on, and we kind of just put the fertility stuff on the back burner and kind of was like, okay, we're not going to prevent it by any means. So if it happens naturally, it happens. So that brings us to current day, 2 years later, and still no pregnancies at all. But like I said, the beginning of this year, Michael and I kind of made a pledge to really get serious about this baby making process, this journey to baby. So that's what brings me to you guys, because I really want you to be with me on this journey, on this second part of this journey, because obviously we've tried it once, but we're trying it again. So this is part 2 to our fertility journey. But we've made changes. We both have lost a lot of weight. I'm just going to put it out there, y'all. So I was about 280 pounds, and I have lost over 50 pounds. I still have a long ways to go, but hey, 50 pounds is 50 pounds. And I am just really focused on getting my body right, so that way I can say I did everything in my power to get pregnant naturally by making my body the best it could be in order to conceive a child and carry a child. So what I mean by that is, obviously with my PCOS, I have cut out all of the gluten, most of the dairy. Dairy's been hard for me because I'm a dairy girl, obviously, right? So cut out the gluten, cut out the dairy. I've definitely cut out all of the processed sugars. I still do eat fruit and natural sugars and the stevia and stuff, but not in big quantities. So I've cut out the gluten, the dairy, and the sugar, and obviously the high carbs and all of that. So I have really gotten serious about doing what I can naturally to minimize my PCOS symptoms. And you guys, let me tell you, it has helped, because, usually with PCOS, you never have periods, or if you do have them, they're like one every 3, 4, 5. I've even gone 6 months without a period. But my cycles have been so much more regular. I'm exercising and I'm eating right, and I'm trying to keep my PCOS under control with the inflammation and the sugars and all of that, and it has helped because my cycles are just coming every month now. I'm not skipping 2 and 3 and 4 months, So it is helping. And my husband, oh goodness, this makes me so mad, but men, they lose weight a lot faster, and throughout our weight loss journey, he has lost over 80 pounds. So he's 80, I'm 50, but hey, it's okay. I can still hang with him, but I'm very happy for him and happy that he has been able to lose that much weight, and we're going to continue to lose weight. And we just hope and pray that this will also help our fertility. And our doctors, they're all ecstatic about it. So we are just going to keep on this path and do everything we can physically with our bodies to help this journey along. So what you guys are going to be experiencing with us is our part 2 of fertility treatments. We are going to start to do fertility treatments at our old fertility clinic again. Now, our doctor that we worked with a couple years ago, he's at a different office further away. So we are going to be meeting with a new specialist and a new doctor who will kind of start this journey with us. And I am just going to bring you guys along with me and try to take you into the doctor's appointments as much as I can, and kind of give you updates as to what I'm doing, and you guys give me advice and all kinds of stuff. I am monitoring my basal temperature. I am doing the OPK kits, which are the ovulation kits. I'm using those daily. I'm doing my temperature. I use an app called Flow on my phone to track all of my ovulations, my periods, my symptoms. It literally allows you to track everything. So I'm using all of these tools along with the fertility treatments. I'm also taking a folic acid supplement that you put in your tea or your water, and so I'm taking that powder. It's called Pregnitude. So all of these things I'll link down below if you're interested in also using them or trying them out on your fertility journey. But they seem to be helping me, and my doctor loves it. So if you are going to a fertility specialist, having those records of your temperature, your ovulation tests, and letting him know the vitamins that you're taking, because I'm obviously taking prenatal vitamins, and I have a deficiency in vitamin D, so I'm taking vitamin D vitamins and B12 and a couple other different things that the doctor has recommended. So I'm just trying to do everything in my power to really put in all the effort I can on this part 2 of this fertility journey. Because like I said, the first time, yes, I did a little bit of things, but I really wasn't as focused on my body and my health as I am now. And maybe that's why back 2 years ago I didn't get pregnant, because I really wasn't putting all of the effort forward. But y'all, this time I need you to hold me accountable, my husband to hold me accountable, and I'm going to try to hold myself accountable, especially being on YouTube and having to be able to share this story with you. I think it'll help me hold myself accountable. Like, okay, Danny, you have to do this today. You have to get out and work out. You have to, continue to cut the sugar out and cut the gluten out and cut the dairy out. And yes, it's a pain in the butt, but think about the end result. You may be able to have a baby naturally, or if not naturally, then you may be able to have a baby with assisted fertility treatments. And either way, I'm happy. I just want it to happen. Obviously, that's what any woman that's trying to have a baby wants, is she wants to be able to get pregnant, have a safe pregnancy, and see that baby at the end of 9 months, that healthy, beautiful baby. And that is what Michael and I want more than anything. We're getting older. I'm 29. I'll be 30 this year. So my clock is a-ticking, and I am just ready to get serious and get this done. And I'm so excited that I get to share it with you guys. So like this video, comment below, and follow my journey, subscribe, and yeah, come along with me. I would love to have you there with me through this process. So if you have any questions, let me know, and I will see you guys on video number 2. And I just can't wait. See you later. Bye.